To be honest with you, I find that women don't push themselves as hard as they can. Ironically, I'm like, but it's so good for your hormones. You'd have to eat so much to put on that much size. P.S. It also does not happen. I think they think if they go to the gym and they lay down, they're gonna wake up and, be 3 times bigger. It takes years to put on that kind of mass.
As you can tell, we're talking a lot about strategies and tactics to build muscle and burn fat and eat healthy whole foods after the age of 40. Alicia is both an actress as well as a lifelong athlete. I really hope you enjoy this episode and all the actionable sound bites that she shares with you about maintaining a healthy body composition into your 40s and beyond.
And so I started actually running at 10. And then I met my stepdad at about the age of 13, and he played racquetball. And he was like, why don't you come to the gym with me? So then I was introduced to weight training. And then after weight training and doing all the things that you do in high school and sports or what have you, I actually started to get sick. And I was diagnosed with IBS, chronic fatigue, and Epstein-Barr on the same day.
Wow. That's an important point. I think in the endurance athletic community, we were talking about, on set with actors and actresses and things like that, a lot of junk food. But in the athletic community, there's so much junk food too. I mean, if you go to a mainstream marathon to see what people are eating, it's horrendous. And I used to be an endurance athlete myself, a cyclist, and it was just insane what people would eat. And yeah, so I think that's important because the damage on the body. So you're able to maintain your level of fitness, as you age and so forth. And I've seen, you do on the concept too, on the rower. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weighted lunges and walking lunges, I think those are, at least for me, I found like one of the best exercises for your glutes.
Yeah.
They really, I'm sore the next day, whereas if I do hip thrusts, and I love hip thrusts and, reverse hypers and deadlifts and all that, lunges, they're under-recognized, I feel like.
And I agree with you because here's the thing, over 40, I noticed that I was a little more aggravated in those lesser exercises, right? Like the deadlift, I was like, oh, I'm starting to that sciatica is a little triggered, or I'm not really getting the growth that I'm looking for. And then I noticed, I was like, well, front lunges and back lunges are working. And
what works.
And you do what works. Here's the thing, because once you get addicted and you have fun, it is fun. Because you get to know you, and you are with you, and you can challenge you. But everybody's like, oh, you just wake up that day. I'm like, I don't. I choose to be in this state. I choose to use this as my medicine. I choose to use this as my endorphin high for the morning. It's what sets my day. It probably will ensure I'm nicer to people while driving here. But I think that's the thing. I think that people act, and I'm sure you came across that too, and doing your long distances, is people think that you're some kind of anomaly, or I could never be that. And I say to myself, you could, you're just choosing not to. And it keeps you safe, and it keeps you in that comfortability of like, well, if I don't change, then it's kind of justified. But it breaks my heart because I'm like, but you want to, and I see it in you, so like, let's do it. So I guess when I cheat, it's probably like a boring cheat, or like the dairy-free monk fruit version of something.
The healthiest of the healthy.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, and I'll put some organic peanut butter on there, but I don't really know. And I just don't find the
juice isn't worth the squeeze.
It's
basically.
not, and I don't think that we're not dogs. I don't think rewarding yourself is a good psychological setup. If you have a certain goal, right?
Right. And that's why it's good, like you said, to have a physical goal to tether those dietary choices so you can achieve that goal. I like that.
So I'm pathetically old school with my cord, but it's in a fanny pack, and it's only for my music, so I can change it on my watch. But no, I think it is absolutely the most infuriating, rude, horrible thing ever to do in a gym. And here's the thing, it takes all your time and burns no fat, nor does it give you the muscle that you're looking for, and it's a complete distraction.
Yeah, it's pretty wild now. Most commercial gyms, everyone is just bent over on their phone. It just blows my mind.
I almost took a picture today. The guy's phone was this close, and I was like, first of all, the blue screen that close to your face?
Well, just the phone itself that close to your skin.
Sometimes I'll meditate and foam roll. I use my evening to kind of like, what can I give my body as a thank you for the end of the day? My mind, where is my mind at? Do I need to journal? Am I kind of getting a little like Tomorrow's really stressing me out. What does that list look like? Oh, I was a little agitated. Do I need some gratitude? You know, like where am I in my day? And I use that as an assessment. I have no problems. One, bringing my own food to a party.
Nice.
Or two, just saying no.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good
I think
place.
it all depends on how you want to feel the next day.
Totally. Is it worth it to be a little buzzed for an hour and then wreck your whole day? I mean, I got to that
Sometime, most of the time
realization.
it's no.
No. Yeah, I haven't had a drink since February.